About 21 years ago, I was thankfully introduced to a gentleman by the name of Dr. Wayne Dyer. Now, if you don't know who Wayne is, Wayne has written a number of #1 best-selling books. Originally, he was known as the father of motivation. He's since been promoted to the grandfather of inspiration. No matter how many ways you cut it, though, the guy has written a lot about the wisdom of living an inspired and fulfilling life. Now, one of the quotes that I extracted from Wayne's teachings quite a long time ago was a quote that goes along the lines of this: when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Now, what does that really mean? Now, if you, like me, have had some struggles in your life and trying to work out a way to get ahead, you start to doubt and become a little bit skeptical of quotes like that. What do you mean that when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change? Surely it's not that easy. Now, I was a little bit confused. I was a little bit skeptical, so I wanted to go and find out some answers to this. So what I did is I started to learn and research, read, and I guess immerse myself as much as possible into the teachings of all the gurus around the world. And the reason I did that is because my life was just as screwed up as other people's out there. I was heavily overweight, I was taking different types of medication, and I certainly wasn't fulfilled in any way, shape, or form, and I was heavily in debt as well. And so I had a bit of a pretty strong reason why I wanted to go out there and learn some new things. I wanted to first and foremost fix my own life. Now, the good news is I managed to put some strategies into place and certainly learned how to get my life back on track. And thanks to that, I now get to go out there and fulfill my mission, which is helping people just like you live the most rich and inspired, balanced life humanly possible. Now, in all these teachings, I did discover that there is in fact a 4-step system that allows you to get out there and transform your life as best as possible. And hands down, I believe this is the most effective system I've seen out there. So I'm going to teach you this system right now, and what you're going to need is a pen and a piece of paper, and you're going to need to draw a diagram that looks something like that. Now let's have a look at it piece by piece. In the very center of the diagram, we have what's known as activate. Now activate is all about finding out what your purpose is. In fact, if you don't know why you exist, it's very hard to work out what you want to do with your life and certainly how to do it. So one of the things that I always say to people is if you don't know your purpose, then your purpose in life is to find that out. So step number 1 is to absolutely activate your purpose. Find out why you do what you do, find out the most meaningful thing you can dedicate your life to, and then start dedicating your life to doing that. Now, I'm not going to say to you that it's all going to be roses and happy days and sunshines and whatnot. There's going to be ups and downs, but when you're doing life's mission and working on your purpose and really living a fulfilling existence, then things tend to sort of balance themselves out naturally. Once you've activated your purpose, the next thing you got to do is liberate your mindset. And what I mean by that is you need to start to awaken inside yourself the ability to think differently, to move through concepts and allow yourself to free your mind from the potential blockages you have in the form of belief systems or decisions you've made in your past, which simply aren't true. In fact, Einstein was once quoted with saying, "You can't solve a problem with the same level of thinking that created it." So, liberating the mind is something that all of us absolutely have to do. The next phase we want to do is we want to learn to elevate our heart. And what I mean by that is we want to elevate ourselves out of all the energy and the traumas that we've had in our past, all the bad experiences, be able to elevate ourselves up, look down and extract everything we appreciate from those moments. Certainly get the learning, certainly get the incredible strategies and wisdom to use for our future, but elevate ourselves out of any of that stuff that has held us trapped in the past, and from that elevation vantage point, allow ourselves to free our heart from the emotional baggage and move forward into a more empowering situation. Once we've elevated ourselves, the very last thing you need to do is you need to automate your success. Now, what I mean by that is you need to bring systems into your life in every single angle. In fact, systems are the way to a stress-free day. Now, I'm not here to tell you that systems are sexy because you and I both know that systems are downright boring. They're probably the least attractive thing on the planet, unless you love systems. But the fact is, not that they're sexy, it's that they're very, very effective. In fact, very rarely do people extract themselves and work on their life instead of in their life. You hear it bantered around all the time in the business world. I've got to get out of my business and work on my business. I'm stuck working in my business, but if I could just get out and work on my business. But the fact is, very few people ever get out of their life and spend just a few days working on their life. Now, here's the thing. You have an incredible opportunity in front of you right now. And that opportunity is to register for an event that we have coming up called the Turning Point Intensive. This is a 2-day event that is going to allow you to go through all the 4 phases of the turning point process. You're going to be able to activate and discover your purpose right there at the event. From that point, you're going to be able to move on and liberate your mind. So you can actually free your mind into a new level of thinking, open up all the ideas and get the full potential out of your brain space. From there, we're going to show you how to elevate your heart. And we're actually going to do a process in there that will allow you to release the emotions, release events from the past, get the learning and move forward into an empowered, confident and certain state. We're also going to show you how to automate your success through systems, and that's all within a tight, compact little 2-day event. Now, here's the other thing. Seats are filling up, and this is absolutely going to sell out. So my suggestion is right below this video, I want you to go ahead and enter your details and secure yourself a place. Now, the tickets do have a value, but at the moment they are complimentary, which means you and a friend can attend free of charge. So my advice is register down below and then send this across to friends you know that you'd like to have come along, because we would love to see you at the event. So when you do register for Turning Point, make sure you do come up and say hello to me, because I love to meet everybody that we share ideas with. So if you'd love to be taken through the Turning Point process, all 4 steps in a very easy to follow format, then make sure you do come along to the Turning Point Intensive, and I look forward to seeing you at the event. And until we meet again, share your light, live your love, and do whatever it takes to be your own best friend. I'll see you soon.